Arizona Senator Dennis DeConcini is the key backer and defender of the air interdiction program in the U.S. Senate.
Senator, the air interdiction program, rough estimated cost $2 billion to the taxpayers. Why is this a good buy?
Nothing is going to be foolproof. But what is important is to deter the flight of drugs or other contraband into the country.
What results can be cited as far as the air interdiction program is concerned? The Houston Chronicle looked at this and couldn't find among the border states any arrest and major convictions as a result of air interdiction.
If you put a fence around a cabbage patch and the rabbits can't get in to eat the cabbage, and you say, well, why put the fence up? Nobody's eating any cabbage. That's the point. The air interdiction deters people from flying across, so you're not going to catch them.
We're spending roughly $2 billion a year, a substantial portion of the drug budget, on an air interdiction program. And yet there are no cases that can be pointed to.
Well, see, you're not willing to accept that it's a deterrent.
And you say it's 100% effective and nobody
No, I don't say it's 100%. I've never said it's 100%. What I say is that it's a deterrent. And it's cost effective in comparison to other more expensive air interdiction programs.
You concede there are holes in the system, but you don't think that the holes are being widely used.
Tom, I can't and will not say that it's a perfect system and that it cannot be penetrated and is not penetrated. I'm sure it is.
We are spending twice as much on air interdiction, twice as much on the air interdiction program as we spend on drug treatment programs.
That's right, and we should spend
on
more.
Drug education programs.
We should spend more.
Should we spend less on air interdiction?
No, we should spend more.
U.S. Customs declined our request for a formal interview. They refused to cooperate, claiming 2020 had treated them unprofessionally while videotaping scenes for our report in Arizona, a claim we flatly refute. Despite what many consider a dismal performance record and a series of government investigations critical of the air interdiction program by the General Accounting Office and U.S. Senate defense experts, major money for the air war on drugs keeps pouring in.
The air interdiction program, my assessment of it is, it's a way for some of our law enforcement people, our politicians, to put up a visible symbol of what a great job we're doing. And it's nothing more than that. Look what we're doing. Wow, isn't this terrific?
Straight ahead.
The answer is, it does not work.
How did you happen to cross swords with U.S. Customs, Tom?
The problem arose as we were making video for our report in the light airplane where I was flying. We were trying to make scenes of the drug smuggling routes. We also were trying to show some of the tactics of the drug smugglers, following the rules and regulations as we did. But inadvertently, we touched off an alert by the drug force, and they swarmed upon us with helicopters and men. They lectured us sternly about what we were doing and said it was like pulling a false alarm and that we put people at risk and cost a lot of money. However, we were following very closely the FAA guidelines, in touch with the tower and radar contact. We returned to Customs. My answer to them was, yes, we had a flight plan that we had filed. My answer to them, in my opinion, was they had overreacted unnecessarily.
Why do you think officials are so easily led to think that border interdiction is effective, particularly air? And will this change with the new administration?
It's easier to say it's cost-effective than to prove. In fact, congressional investigators recently found no one even knows how many drugs are coming into the country, so there's no basis to say whether things are working or not very well. As far as the future of the program, a new administration, I guess everything is up for grabs.
Thank you, Tom.
Right.